boys and girls. It's good to see you again. I'm Miss Robin from the Fort Smith Public Library, and we've got another fun story for you today. Are you ready to help me open up the surprise bag? Then let's go. Our library bag has a big surprise. Now's the time to use our eyes. Untie, unwind, open wide. Show us what's inside. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. Open now and let us see. Oh, Mr. Fred is here and he's so excited to see you today. Come on, Mr. Fred. We've got a lot of things in there today. Is it hard to get out? Here he is. Can you say hi to all the boys and girls? What? I didn't know that. Fred is telling me that today is El Día de los Niños, El Día de los Libros, or Children's Day Book Day. That is really cool. He said it's good to read stories all year long, but today is a special day to celebrate all the different kinds of boys and girls that we can see in our stories. So he brought a special book for you today. Are you ready? Then let's tell Fred, see you later, alligator. Okay, he's going back inside. Ooh, here we go. Book Fiesta. Celebrate Children's Day, Book Day. Celebremos el Día de los Niños, el Día de los Libros, by Pat Mora. These pictures are by Rafael Lopez. They are so bright and beautiful. Look to see which one you have that's your favorite. Book Fiesta. This is a book written in both English and Spanish. And I know a little bit of Spanish, but I don't think I read well enough to read the Spanish part. So I'll be reading the English part. Hooray! Today is our day. El Día de los Niños. Let's have fun today. Reading our favorite books. Dun dun. Children's Day, Book Day. El Día de los Niños, El Día de los Libros. We read in English and Spanish, in Chinese and Navajo too. We read by ourselves. We read with a friend. And we read at the library too. Our families tell us stories while we listen and play. We read libros together in cars and planes and trains. We read to our puppies and kittens and to the lizards in our yard. We read riding an elephant, or sailing with a whale. We read in a long submarine. Or floating in a hot air balloon. And then, snug in our beds, we read to the moon. And fly away in our books. Dun dun. And that's Book Fiesta. Wasn't that a fun book? Didn't you love those pictures? Now, El Día de los Niños, El Día de los Libros, Children's Day Book Day, has been celebrated nationally for many years. And one of the sponsors is the Ezra Jack Keats Foundation. And Ezra Jack Keats is the author of a book that I bet you have read. Let's see if Fred put it in the bag. He did. The Snowy Day. Have you read this book? You probably have. And you notice that it has a Caldecott Medal on it. So that's a very important book award. And this was the first time that a child of color appeared in a picture book. The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. Ooh, doesn't that look fun? One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing in like that. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. It was a stick. A stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. So he made a smiling snowman, and he made angels. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great big tall heapy mountain of snow and slid all the way down. He picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm home. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. And he thought and thought and thought about them. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up and his dream was gone, the snow was still everywhere. New snow was falling. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. The end. It's been so much fun to be with you today. Happy El Día de los Niños, El Día de los Libros, Children's Day, Book Day. Have fun reading your books, boys and girls.